All right. On to Druid. We have Lady Ashara. 5 for 5/5, Fabled. Choose one. Empowers Inashari or the Well of Eternity. The others get destroyed. So, Zinashari is summon a copy of a friendly minion. So these are the Fabled ones. You get Zinashari, summon a copy of a friendly minion, and you get Well of Eternity, fill your hand with random temporary spells. When you draw a Shari, you can choose to empower one of them and the other one gets destroyed. So maybe you try to play one, then empower the other one with a Shari after you've already used it. But the powered up version is summon a copy of a friendly minion with its stats doubled and fill your hand with random temporary spells they cast twice. Holy, this could be juicy. I think you want to empower this one. This one's who cares. Maybe. I don't know. Or you destroy the other if it's in the deck. I don't think that's what you want to do ideally. I was saying ideally. So I think ideally what you'd want to do is play a location and use it all, and then play a Jara to empower the other one, and then use it. That might be what you want to do in standard, by the way, I guess. Like in wild, you probably want to identify whichever one your deck values more and empower that one and build your deck around it. Oh man, is this ever a 3? Probably not. What happens when you choose both? Does anyone know? Isn't Ashara Naga? She is Naga now. She was not always. All Naga were Night Elves before. If it's choose both get destroyed. It's freaking hilarious, man. Yeah, I guess you could goose, right? You could play this and then play a goose later. Like, we have better ways to do that, don't we? But yeah, I could see this being a solid Highlander card. I could see this being something you'd build around, because like this is pretty strong, I think. Even in wild. Because you get a whole hand of it, right? You have 20 mana and you get a whole hand of this. So, I don't know. I'm gonna give it a low 3. A low confidence 3. Alright, so we have Krona, Keeper of Eons, 6 mana, 4/7 taunt, Battlecry, set the cost of the bottom 5 cards of your deck to 1. There's something in here that puts cards on the bottom of your deck, right? So first of all, Finley. We could Finley something interesting to the bottom and then play this later. Oh, that's so stupid. No, we're not doing that. Where's my draw the bottom card? We have Aquatic Form. Here we go. Discover a card from your deck, put the others get put on the bottom. So you like pick Wild Growth and put Malagos on the bottom so that you could Chronos it. It seems real honest. Draw the bottom 2. Okay, so here you draw the bottom 2 cards of your deck. And I don't know, I'm not buying it. I'm gonna give it a 2. I think it's something you could do for the fun of it. Really hope when you start reviewing the set, you said it's time. Hope the set review goes well, Marshy. I don't remember if I did. But yeah, nice to see you, Ash. You see, I'll give this a 2. I think it's something. Highborn Mentor, 8 mana, 6/6, Battlecry, get a 2/2 pupil. Discover a spell that costs 7 or more from the past to teach it. So you've played an 8 mana, 6/6. I can see that being good instead. Ooh. I think that's a 1 for wild. It's kind of cute. Like, I almost want to give it a 2, but I don't think it's quite good enough to build something funny with. It's School Teacher but worse. I don't even know that it's comparable, because like the reason School Teacher was good is because the upfront part was decent stats for the mana. So it was like a good tempo play followed by a ridiculous tempo play. This is a bad tempo play followed by a ridiculous tempo play. So like, yeah, I don't know. I guess it's school teacher if it was bad. I think it's bad even in standard. It might be. But like standard, how much ramp is in standard, by the way? Is it still just new heights? Because if you can ramp into this in standard, I think it's probably fine. But okay, if it's really just new heights, then yeah, this isn't going to do anything. But you know, maybe post rotation if they get some more ramp back. Alternate reality, 2 mana, replace your hand and deck with random choose 1 cards from the past. They cost 1 less. Replace your hand and deck with random choose 1 cards from the... This is untapped potential. Just got some more potential to tap. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, I'll make that video. I'll give it a 2. That'll be funny. Like especially like, you know, what would be golden? What would be my favorite way to use this is to play the Jade untapped potential deck that we've been playing, and like get to the point in the game to where we're just shuffling tons and tons of Jade idols, and then play this when we have a 60 card deck and we have like 4 due process on the stack. That sounds hella fun. But anyways, I'll make that video. We'll give it a 2. But obviously it's not a meta relevant card. Endangered Dodo, 5 mana, 5/5 beast, taunt. If you have 10 or less health, gain +5/+5, and summon a copy of this. Isn't that good? Seems good. Why wouldn't that be good? I like for standard. For wild, no, especially because like a deck that would play this would run Renathal, so they're less likely to get to the 10 or less health. So hi Guapo. I'll give this a 1. I have very low faith. Then we have Calderai Cultivator, 3 mana, 3/4, Battlecry, discover 2 beasts, put them on the bottom of your deck with +5/+5. Okay. So the picture I want to paint is like, imagine this was in an aggro deck. And your plan was to play this on 3 for a mid-tempo play, and then on 4 you aquatic form and get one of those giant things. And I don't know, that's like, Wild has been away from that level of play for a while, but I want to give it a high 1. It's not quite a 2. Seems funny. It is pretty funny. Wave Shaping. So 1 mana nature spell, discover a card from your deck. The others get put on the bottom. Honestly, isn't that great? So it's tracking. It's like old tracking, old better tracking. So like, it's even better than old tracking, right? Because like, so the reason old tracking is better than new tracking is you get the card that's relevant to your situation now, and you don't draw the other cards that are no longer good for your situation ever, right? So you're making your deck, you're making your top decks better with original tracking. But this one is like, discover a card from your deck, and then like you can put Renathal or something that needs to be tutored, like whatever your Dungar target is or whatever, like just like something that's not useful to you. You take the most useful card and you put the less useful cards on the bottom where you won't draw them, but also it doesn't destroy them, so there's no risk of hitting like your 3 best cards and having to get rid of them. I don't know, like I think this is the best tracking ever, isn't it? This goes in every deck. Does it? Tracking doesn't go in every deck. And it's better than tracking, but it's not that much better. This is a 2 of in many Druid decks? Probably. Targeted tracking? Why is it targeted? Huh? It's just a solid card. It's going to have similar impact to tracking. Like, it's in that tier. If Aquatic Form goes in every deck, so does this. Why do you think that this is as good as Aquatic Form? Aquatic Form costs nothing. This costs mana. Good synergy with Aquatic Form? I think it has anti-synergy with Aquatic Form. Like, I think you play this and then your Aquatic Form is worse. It's good with Aquatic Form in that you'll know when you can play Aquatic Form, and like you'll know when you have to hold your Aquatic Form until to draw those cards, but it's anti-synergy if anything. Yeah, it's like, I don't know. This is not as good as Aquatic Form. It isn't that much better than tracking. It's just a solid card. I don't know. It's a good card. I give it a 3. It's a 3. All right. Druid of Regrowth. 6 mana, 3/5. My system, by the way, is 1 is an unplayable card. 2 is a card good enough for a Marshy video. 3 is a meta relevant card. 4 is a meta defining card. So it's a 3. It's gonna be relevant. It's nature for MartianBuu. That's cool. So Druid of Regrowth. 6 mana, 3/5, rewind, Battlecry, cast 2 random nature spells. Is this even content? It's rewind. So you could try to like hit something really juicy, but there's so many cheaper like so much of the like Treant package is nature. Like, I don't know. The fact that it has rewind means it's not like the worst thing ever, but it's 6 mana, bad stats, hyper random and wild. I gotta give it a 1. It's cast, not get. I know. Contingency. Draw the bottom 2 cards from your deck. So I'm trying to think about this as if it was like Arcane Intellect. We have better draw in Druid than Arcane Intellect, don't we? More slop support? I'm trying to decide if it is. I don't know that it is. I don't feel like 3 mana draw 2 cards is good in Druid. And the reason I'm only thinking about it in our context is because I don't think force anything to the bottom Druid is going to be very good. Like, I don't know. I don't think so. So I guess I'll give it a 2, because like 2 is technically Marshy deck or niche. I could see it having a niche use. So yeah, I'll give it a 2, but I don't have a lot of faith in it. The only draw you run in Druid is Nourish, right? That's not true. Ebb and Flow. So 2 mana, nature spell, deal 3 damage. So it's a Dark Bomb. If you played a minion while holding this, gain 5 armor. That's a slop card. Would I play tracking in Druid? Yes. Bottom of the deck Druid is real. You think so? But yeah, I mean, like 2 for deal 3 damage, gain 5 armor is good. Playing a minion in Highlander Druid, that's going to happen. So yeah, I think that's totally fine. Is this better than Lunar Eclipse? Probably. Like, this can go face. This gives you 5 armor. Standard card seems okay in standard. I think this is fine in a Highlander Druid deck. Like 3 damage, gain 5 armor is good. I don't know. Solid card. I'll give it a 3. I think it'll pop up here and there. So Druid just got like, you know, solid cards for existing archetypes, right? Like this one, that one, mostly that one. But like nothing that exciting. But yeah, I got, you know, this new Druid core card just dropped. On to Hunter. We have Ranger General Sylvanas. So this is a Fabled card. She has 2 sisters, Verisa and Illyria. So 3 mana 2/4. I played with this in the Theorycraft, by the way, in a bad deck, and it felt solid. I think this is, like, spoiler alert, I think this is gonna be a solid Highlander Hunter card. So 3 mana 2/4 Fabled. Battlecry, deal 2 damage to all enemies. If you've played Illyria or Verisa, repeat for each. So solid when you play it. If you've played one of her sisters first, really good. 3 mana, so Illyria is 3 mana 2/4, discover a spell. If you've played Sylvanas or Verisa, repeat for each. So, like, borderline on okay. It's like okay initially, because, like, we used to play 3 mana decent stats, discover a spell, right? We used to do that, but key element there is used to. So like, she's almost worth a deck slot, but not really on the first one. But 3 mana 2/4, discover 2 spells is not bad. So I think this is the one you want to hit first, as long as there isn't a lot of pressure on you, because you'd rather double the other sisters. But especially Sylvanas, right? Like, Sylvanas is like the best one. But it's not bad. And then Ranger Initiate Verisa. So Battlecry, give minions in your deck +1/+1. If you've played Illyria or Sylvanas, repeat for each. So what I was doing in the Theorycraft was playing Karnassa's Story of Karnassa, and then buffing all the little beastlings for +1/+1. But 3 mana 2/4, give minions in your deck +1/+1 is already solid, and if it hits twice, it's pretty good. So yeah, I think it's just kind of like a solid Renathal card. Sylvanas is like the best one, and then this one's the second best one, and that one's the third best one, I think. But yeah. All right. King Malak. So this is an homage to Nozdormu and Morazond. So Morazond is Nozdormu way far in the future, after Nozdormu has gone insane from living too long and seeing too much in the future. So the Infinite Dragonflight is just the Bronze Dragonflight gone insane. And what's really funny to me is that the Bronze Dragonflight knows that, and that's their big enemy, is they know what they're going to become, and they try to fight against it. So it's the past Bronze Dragonflight are the good guys, and the future ones are the bad guys. So Nozdormu ends up helping you go kill himself in World of Warcraft. But anyways, this is an homage to that. So this is Mukla from the future, after he's gone insane from being an infinite Mukla in some other timeline. 4 mana 5/6 beast. You discard your hand and get an infinite banana, which I think is hilarious. And actually, I thought this was pretty good. Every time I had the banana, like, I just never ran out of, like, I never floated mana again, right? Like, you just keep powering up a thing infinitely. So as long as you have a little bit of card draw or whatever, I think the banana is pretty good. Does it have a home in Wild? Probably not. I'm gonna get, so this is a 3, because I think it'll go in Renathal decks. This, I think I'm gonna give a 2, because I think it's it's like good enough to be fun content, but it's not amazing. Like, the fact that you have no hand is bad, but there are a bunch of cards in this little package here that encourage you to have an empty hand, like, that benefit from you having low cards in hand. So it's meant to empower those also. Then we have Past Silvermoon. So it's a location. It's deal 5 damage to a random enemy minion, and then it becomes Present Silvermoon. So, like, past to the glory days of the Highborn, and then Present Silvermoon after the Scourge invasion happened. You deal 5 damage to a random enemy, and excess damage hits the enemy hero. And then it transforms into Future Silvermoon after it's been rebuilt. You deal 5 damage to the lowest health enemy minion, and excess damage hits the enemy hero. I actually thought this was really solid in the Theorycraft. so I could see it being all right in standard. I don't think this is even Highlander Hunter worthy. It just like feel like it takes so long, but I mean it could be okay. I'm not sure. I'll give it a. I'm gonna give it a 1. I don't have a lot of faith in it. Then we have Precise Shot. So 2 for deal 3 damage, and then if this is exactly in the center of your hand, and the reason that exactly there exists is because like if you have 4 cards and it's one of the 2 middle ones, it's not active. It needs to be exactly the middle of your hand. It deals 5 damage instead. So like I think this is a really solid like Questline Hunter card. So it's as good as Questline Hunter is, which is not very at this time. But I mean, like, it's a really good card for that. So I'll give it 2. If a Face Hunter existed in Wild, I would give it a 3. Instead of Outcast, we get Incast, I guess, yeah. The Incast is easier. Like, if it's on the left, you just have to empty your hand, and if it's anywhere on the right, it's just way easier than Outcast to get to. But it's also, like, a much higher payoff. Like, it's a fine card, like an okay card initially, and then it becomes an amazing card if it's in the center of your hand. You might be too slow. I don't know that this is about the speed of it. Like if it, depending on what deck it goes in, it's going to be active. It's not slow. It's just like the type of deck that this is good in does not have enough support right now, so I don't think it would be very good. But yeah, it would be an instant Questline Hunter card. It'd be very good in Questline Hunter. Then we have Wormhole, 3 mana, rewind, summon a random 3-cost beast. It attacks a random enemy. 1? Not really excited about this at all. Pretty poo-poo. Untimely Death, 2 mana, secret. When a friendly minion dies the turn after being played, resummon it. I think this is almost certainly a 1. I was just trying to think if there was a use case for it, right? Like, isn't the other one better? That like summon a dormant for copy of it, and then it becomes undormant, coming back to your turn. I think that's better. Because then you like with this one, your opponent then has the option to kill it again, and then you don't get it at all. And like, yeah, you've made them like trade more or whatever, but like, is that worth a card? I don't think so. So I think any use for this would be better done with the Sunken City secret. This is better for taunts. Maybe for death rattles too. I don't know. I'm gonna give it a 1. Like I don't really see this. I don't really see a use for this, but yeah. Then we have Quel'Drai Fletcher. So 1 mana, 1/3. Your hero power costs 0 while your hand has 3 or less cards. This is a Questline Hunter card if I've ever seen one. Well, not even Questline Hunter. I think this is an odd Hunter card. Like through and through. It's probably just like a really good Renathal Hunter card too, right? Like it's just fine. Going first, it's active. It felt really strong when I was playing with it. So yeah, I think this is a 3. Just kind of goes in every Hunter deck maybe. But like, yeah, odd Questline Hunter, I think this is really strong. Like obviously odd Questline Hunter isn't good right now, but this is the type of card that deck wants. So a few more things like that. But yeah, it's a 3 just for general use. It's like good in every Hunter deck. Epic Epoch Stalker, 6 mana, 3/4 beast, rush, elusive, battlecry, summon a Bungus. What? We get 2. This is like meant to hand buff, right? I don't really believe in hand buff Hunter. Arrow Retriever, 2 mana, 3/1 beast, battlecry, draw until you have 3 cards. So this is a Face Hunter card. Is it a Beast Hunter card? Great card, bad deck. I guess so. So I got to give it at least a 2 because I think it's really good. But it's kind of it's the same thing as this, where like the card is really good, but like, are there enough cards for that deck to exist? And I don't think so. So odd, well, it can't because it's cost 2, but a card like this, odd Questline Hunter would have died for. Remember, we were running so many tradables to make that deck work. This is better than a tradable card. So I don't know, probably a 2. I can't really think of a use case for it right now. It might be that it's fine and even in a Renathal Hunter, because like sometimes your hand gets low, but you curve out, right? So it's not like you're dumping your hand, so probably not. Ticking Time Bomb, 2 mana 1/1 mech, destroy a random enemy minion. This plus Playdead seems like standard level combos. Like, I don't know that Wild can do anything with this. I think I give it a 1. Isn't Retriever just a better Ferocious Howl? Depends on the context. Like, Ferocious Howl is a spell, so it would refresh the hero power in a questline deck. This is just worse than the Magnetic. Doesn't the Magnetic cost more? Made it for the Chumbus review? Yes, you did. So anyways, Hunter got a few like pretty interesting cards. This is probably its best one. And then I got a couple of like solid or maybe really strong cards. Like, yeah, there have been worse Hunter sets for sure. On to Mage, and we're only on Mage. How many years has it been? We're already an hour and 20 minutes in. I forget how long I idled at the beginning of it. So this is Azure Queen Syndragosa for Mage, Fabled. If you control another dragon, your arcane spells cost you less. Has there ever been a control another dragon card? Haven't they all been in the hand? So I don't know that I like that. I don't like the Murloc effect on my dragon card. But anyways, if you control another dragon, your arcane spells cost 2 less. By the way, chat, I think too slow is super vague, overused, and uninteresting commentary. But yeah, I'm like, and also, I don't think like slow things in Wild work right now because of Renathal. So something being too slow is like, just doesn't mean anything. Anyways, so that just to let you go, whenever you guys say something's too slow, that's what's going on in my head is whatever. Okay, 5 mana 2/8 dragon, Fabled. If you control another dragon, your arcane spells cost 2 less. And then, like, what we're looking for there, I think, is too expensive. Not too slow. Then we have Azure King Malagos, 5 mana. So that's the Fabled one, is Syndragosa. So one of its extra whatevers is Azure King Malagos. Also a 5 mana 2/8. If you control another dragon, your arcane spells cast twice. So I guess the dream is to get them both out and then cast a bunch of those 1 mana deal 2 Mana Thirst spells or something stupid and get double value out of them. But then, like, you know, I feel like this Malagos is a better combination with like Street Trickster, right? So I don't know. I do think it's like low impact, bad condition, right? Like, shouldn't these just, if you control another dragon, your arcane spells cost 2. I'm trying to decide if Azure Queen didn't require another dragon, how good would it be? It would probably be pretty good, right? Hard to say for sure. This looks like a funny card, but not a good card. I agree. Seems like a modest effect for a difficult condition. Yep. Conjured Mana Biscuit stonks to the moon. I guess. I don't know. It's tough. But anyways, you get also this. So You can play a 5 mana 2/8 no text and another 5 mana 2/8 no text, but then later you can cast even more mana to get them both together and then pop off. Summon your dragons that died this game. So, okay. I understand the combination that's supposed to be happening here, but I feel like this is a good card with a patches that comes with another patches. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't, because like what I want to do is I want to like have a dragony tempo deck and then just Heart of Stranglethorn or whatever that thing is to bring back all my dragons later with Azure Oathstone. They don't really feel like they go together. So yeah, I don't know. This is like, I feel like I'm confused by this more than anything else. I'll definitely give it a 1. I don't even think it's very exciting to build a deck around it for me. If you copy it, you have 2 dragons. That's true. So yeah, we could copy it and then just have like super discount arcane spells. A way to revive Kaldara Drake. Oh my goodness, it's too good. What arcane spells do you even want to cast twice? Well, the one that draws an arcane spell and makes them cast twice. Mana Biscuit for sure. Damaging ones. Like casting them twice is good. It's just like, is 5 mana plus another dragon good? No, I don't think so. The problem with all of them requiring a second body to do something means their 5 mana do nothing with rare upside. Exactly. So 4 mana 4/4 Battlecry, get 4 random spells from the past. When you play all 4, get another Time Looper Toki. This is cute. Battlecry, get 4 random spells from the past. All right, the problem is Glacial Mysteries is in the past. Are there any that don't cast? Are there any like mage spells that you straight up couldn't cast? So like freeze a random enemy minion wouldn't cast if your opponent has no minions out. There are some that you will never meet the condition for? What happens if you hit Shifting Scroll? I think you would just have to cast whatever it shifts into. Deadly Poison. Oh, it's not mage spells from the cast, it's just spells from the past. Okay, so there definitely are some that you can activate. All right. I mean, I'll give it a 2 for sure. Like, I think I don't know, 4 mana 4/4 get 4 random spells isn't that bad. It's just like Highlander Mage, which is the type of deck that I would assume this would be good. Isn't a random pile deck. It's Hostage Mage with a combo and Highlander cards. So it doesn't really value random value cards, which is what I would consider this. So I think I'd give it a 2. I'd have fun playing with this, but I don't think it's going to be like a meta card. Ultimate Infestation, you can cast Ultimate Infestation. Anomalize, 7 mana, summon a random 10 and 1 cost minion, scramble their stats. Even in Big Spell Mage, this isn't anything, right? I feel like we have better things to do. Give it a 1. Faceless Enigma, 2 mana 2/2 Battlecry, look at 2 random secrets, pick 1 to cast for yourself, the other cast for your opponent. 2 mana, get a secret of your choice, give your opponent a less good secret. Hi Blam. I think Secret Mage could play this. Oh, since it's look at 2 random and not discover a secret, I think it would give you from any secrets. So you give your opponent the Paladin secret and you take the Mage secret. An okay Secret Mage card, to be honest. I think so. I think this would be a fine Secret Mage card. Are we doing bronze, silver, gold ratings or 5 stars? I'm doing 4 stars. 2 mana, screw yourself over somehow. Well, I mean, you get to pick. I think it's fine. And you know what secret both players have. Your opponent only knows what secret they have. So I think this is definitely weighted in your favor. I give it a 2. I would give it a 3 if Secret Mage was better. 7 mana 5/5 elemental, battle cry, deal 5 damage to an enemy minion, draw cards equal to the excess damage. Holy crap, dude. This is like such a good card 4 years ago, 5 years ago. Like a long time ago, this would have rocked our socks, but I think at least Wild Hearthstone has moved past this. It seems like a decent effect. I wonder if Standard will think it's okay. But yeah, I give it a 1 for Wild for sure. Alter Time. 4 mana, discover 2 arcane spells from the past. They cost 2 less. You discover them. Making 2 arcane spells cost 2 less, and you get to discover them seems kind of interesting for... It would be like a Flamewaker Mage card. So I'll give it a 2. It is a self-arcane as well, so it's cute. I don't know. Ellie Mage? You could run that with elemental discounters. I don't know. Not seeing it. I can almost give it a 2 for Elemental Mage. Like, I could see myself making a video with that. Is this good enough for Quest Mage? It might be. Not sure. If you're running Flamewaker, maybe. I don't know. Semi-stable portal. So this is unstable portal, but slightly better because you can rewind it. It's probably a 1, but it's cute. 5 mana 2/7 dragon with spell damage. Okay, so you want to play this and Sindragosa and Malagos, and then you want to play as oh, like even in Standard, isn't that so much mana? you have to play at least 3 5 mana. You have to play at least 3 mana, 3 5 mana do nothings so that they can die and you can bring them back later. Well, this is different than Streetwise Trickster because it's a dragon. The dragon tag is what's relevant about this. But yes, it's bad. I was just like seeing the vision with Sindragosa, and it was like, that's so much to ask to make this happen. This card is insanely bad even 5 years ago. I can't imagine a time when this would be good. Because like by the time you're spending 5 mana, you might as well build a Malagos deck. But I was just thinking about like it's obviously meant to go with these ones, right? Like that's the vision, is to play that card in these 2 and then explode your opponent once you've played them all and resummon them with this. That's the vision. But I think it's a bad vision. I think it's not very good. Arcane Barrage, 3 mana, deal 3 damage to an enemy and 2 damage to 2 other random ones. It's probably bad. There's a time when I might have thought it was okay for a Flamewaker Mage, but probably not. We have 4 mana 2/3 dragon with spell damage +2 and discover a dragon. Yeah, I mean, like if we were going to do that in Wild, that's what we do. I wasn't laughing about this conceptually in Wild. I was laughing at it for Standard. Is that card back in Standard? Is that part of the core set? Because I guess if you have both of them and you run a bunch of spells in your deck, you could try to like, no, all right, yeah, you could try to like tempo spell damage stuff throughout the game, and that's enough dragons to kind of like be able to combo them together with the other ones, and then if the game goes late, you could resummon them all. But you need a lot of like really relevant dragons, I think, for that to be good. You love the art of this card. It's kind of cute. Yeah, I give this a 1. I guess I don't really see it in anything. And then finally we have Mirror Dimension. So 1 mana, summon a 0/4 minion with taunt. If you're holding a dragon, summon another. Ah, man, if this was around in LPG Dragon Mage, but I give it a 1. Mage, honestly, yeah, it's the worst set so far, at least for Wild, I think.